Okay, everybody, here we go. It's going to be just lovely as it always is when we are together here. Welcome, everybody, here. Post market wrap up Friday. Did I say that already? July 7th, 2023. A lot of stuff to talk about here. 2 pages. Let's see how much I actually get through. Magic Mika's here, Lava Girl, Joey Socks, Old Man Odin. Oh, my friends. Yeah, anyway, who bought the nose candy? All right, people. Let's get right to it. So here we go again with risk in this market, which, well, the market frankly doesn't like. We had a sell-off again in the market with the major indices falling into the red. Let's chalk one up for the MMRI, and it's interesting. You and I, it's look. What can I tell you? We are so freaking far ahead of the curve on all this. It's incredible. We know what to look for. I feel bad for honestly for anyone that doesn't follow our work. This is our thing here. We got a good following, but I think honestly, I don't know, maybe they're suppressing this stuff. This channel should be much, much bigger. But anyway, that's a whole other thing going on here. So let's just talk about this market, as I said. So MMRI like 258, something along those lines here. 10-year yield 4.06. The dollar, the relative strength of the dollar, literally falling to the freaking floor today, down 0.84%. Crude oil, are you watching crude surging? Imagine my shock. Imagine your shock. All of you out here who have been gaining exposure to commodities and crude oil, well, bravo to you. Kevin, thank you. Thank you, bro. They're not going to let this. What did we just see? Saudi Arabia will do whatever it takes. They have this new alliance here with Russia to keep crude propped up. And just think again, what does that mean for you? What does it mean? Great, lovely, and fantastic. They're going to prop this stuff up. We all knew that was coming here. Every dip that comes along with crude, in my opinion, should be bought. We were at $67 a barrel recently. Now we're at like 74. And we are going a lot higher. There's no doubt. Is it going to waver around? Of course it is. But this goes back to resources. People, they're doing it again. All right. Don't take my word for any of this. Just open up a search engine and look what they're trying to throw at us. Food shortages, resource scarcity, even water. This is how I believe. Look, what is this all about? Let's back up a moment. This is all about control. Can we establish that as a fact? I think so. All right. Central banks run the world. They want to control everything. This is, again, look, the most dangerous, how do I put this? The biggest threat to a single governing body that wants to control everything is a people that, number one, rise up. A democracy, a true democracy, or even a representative democracy, which is what we're supposed to have here in the United States, but we have zero representation here. So we are a threat, all of us. You and I, clearly a threat to the new world order, the new government system run by central banks here, and they're making sure they put all the little pieces in place. Again, look, control. What better way? We've discussed this I don't know how many freaking times. What better way to control the pot? First of all, they're creating slaves to the system. You and I have covered this a million times. Dependency on the current system. What better way to gain control over people than by starving them? Again, food inflation, as you and I'm going to laugh. I should laugh right now, and so should you. Right here on this blog, I can't tell you from how long ago. We covered, really honestly, before anybody else, how food inflation would outpace everything. Well, that's exactly what's going on here. Food inflation continues to rise at a staggering pace. What better way to control the people than by starving them, by making resources not available to them? See where we're going? Do you see what's happening here? All the stuff that we've spoken about, this is just all happening right before our freaking eyeballs. But just going back to the market real quick, as I said, crude oil, again, putting on nice gains today. This week has been one heck of a week for crude oil. Gold and silver today putting on some gains. Crypto's relatively flat, slight losses again. Bitcoin still over 30,000. The dollar, I told you about that falling off a cliff. It's laughable. Happy Friday to you, Gorilla Gardener. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's this. Again, start paying attention to this. Oh, by the way, just in case you were wondering about something else that you and I have been speaking about, there's another multi-billion-dollar weapons package. Guess where it's going? Yes, to Ukraine. Where does all this cash come from? Let me guess. How about you all guess? Let's do we here in the United States? We have again a debt that is in the multiple trillions of dollars, and we just increased another trillion in just the last month. Okay, lovely. Where does the cash come from? Do we have a cash hoard to fund wars? No, it's got to come straight from the Federal Reserve. And again, billions of dollars. What people are not being told is, again, when you create cash out of nothing, add digits to a screen, however they do it here, okay, it's massively inflationary. They continue to dilute the overall currency, okay? And whenever they, let's cover something just real quick here. You, all of you out here know how money works, cash works better than anybody else. That's the very few people on this planet, that's a fact. I mean, probably 1% of the global population, maybe, actually understands how money works, how the markets work, how twisted they are, what's really happening here. But again, when the Federal Reserve or any central bank creates cash, let's say the Fed. Thank you, Ted Nugent. Thanks, cool. I love that. That's awesome. Ted Nugent, one of my rock heroes. Absolutely, that man can play. Anyway, when a central bank, let's say the Fed, makes $1, when they create $1, is it automatically worth $1, whether they add it to a digital screen or they happen to print it? No, it's actually not. It has to steal a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of purchasing power from every other existing bill. That's why, as we've seen right now, the U.S. dollar, since the inception of the Federal Reserve, has now lost 98% of its purchasing power. They want that last 2%. And how they get it, again, is by creating cash out of thin air, propping up the stock market, funding wars, and everything else they want to do. But again, there's no outcry. Fund wars, all they want. That's fine. Canceling student debt or anything else, that'll never happen for multiple reasons. I don't even want to get into it. I think Chuck Barone just did a whole video about that. You might want to check out Chuck's work. Anyway, so again, we have endless cash to fund this twisted system, including wars and expansion of wars, in which is something else that's going to go on. But again, resources is how they're going to choke everyone to death. They got this in their back pocket. They're going to blame the war, of course. They have it all set up. Again, central banks are going to remain blameless. It's pretty obvious, right? That's where this is going to go here. It's pretty incredible. I want all of you to be, I want you to be prepared for anything, for any freaking thing that comes down the road. You understand? Jerome Powell knows Chuck Barone. Interesting. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that. Yes, people, let's get those likes up here. I got like 800 people. I got 233 likes. Really? Anyway, let us. So we also found this out too. Now again, you got to know where to look. Check the BIS website, the IMF website, for kind of this news that you're not going to hear anywhere. We've been hearing a lot from these institutions. So the world economy is slowing faster than expected. But here in the United States, we're immune. We're doing fantastic and it's great. Ask the president of the thing, you know what I'm talking about. Ask him, ask one of our politicians, because they all want you to know that they really have your best interest in mind. Of course they do. No, they don't. Not even in the slightest. Just real quick here. This is an article, talking about resources and scarcity. Forbes ran an article recently. Just look this up for yourself. The title of this Forbes article is "We Are Running Out of Everything from Water to Rare Metals." And Chemistry World, here's another one. I'm just writing down a few things. Apparently, there's a resource conflict building, which is likely to lead to global instability. Again, look this stuff up for yourself. And the World Economic Forum is actually warning us, that resource scarcity, including water, is worsening. What do you think? Let's just you want to have a little fun for a moment, because we always have fun, don't we? Okay, let's have fun. What's the real reason why Yellen stained? Here, let's do this together. Okay, let's do Janet Yellen. Come on, you know what I'm gonna do. Let's do it together. This is what it looks like. Janet Yellen. I don't know, she has this kind of like a weird, kind of constant constipation look on her face. I don't know what. Imagine this with a bowl on my head, a bowl haircut. Doesn't that look like her? Why do you think she's over there? Shaking hands. God knows what else she's doing over there. She's trying to. This is all about resources over there. Oh yeah, she's out there trying to do the best for you and me. No, she's part of the problem, of course. Lex Luthor. I can't even do the Lex Luthor face because it's some kind of twisted thing. Those eyes on Lex Luthor, the ghoul. I mean, think about it. I mean, the world is run by a freak show. Goulstein LaGargoyle's with us. Oh Lord, and she thinks Yellen is sexy. I don't doubt it at all. Anyway, that's really the gist of what I wanted to cover here today. So again, let's just put this together real quick. The MMRI course is 250, a target that you and I have been watching for months and months and months and months. Phenomenon after phenomenon. Whenever we would get close, all of a sudden, bang, yields come down, stock market, starts getting off on itself all over the place. But now, since we crossed that 250, risk in the market is clearly increasing. Markets don't like it. Let's see what they do. It's going to be, look, it's going to be so interesting moving forward to actually see what they pull off. Is the market going to adjust to this? There's got to be a point where this cracks. You understand? Where the market says, you know what? This is just not a pretty picture anymore. And institutions and people themselves start dumping all this stuff. What did we find out recently? Yeah, I talked about it this morning. These large banks, I want to just say this again. And this is something else that you and I have known before anybody else. Before anybody else. You know why? Because we're smart. Because we know how to do basic math here. Maury knows. Thanks. Cheers to you too. We knew, again, that the banking system as a whole, first of all, it's toxic, it's twisted, and it makes no sense. But we knew it was in trouble before anybody else. Why? 3 basic things. No deposits, no loans, and no deals. Mitch, thanks again. And this obviously is a phenomenon that's affecting larger banks. Larger banks here, not just their exposure to derivatives, which is off the Richter scale. We've never seen anything like it in the history of the world. Not only their exposure to commercial real estate, but outflows, capital outflows. People are burning through whatever they have in these institutions here, and that's going to hurt the institutions as well. It's like a bank run without having a bank run. You understand? People can't make ends meet. People are suffering. Again, people just, look this up for yourself. Personal debt, household debt, consumer debt, credit card debt, all-time record highs. Meanwhile, their real wages, what people are earning, you know this already, based on inflation, which has got nowhere to go but higher, but they're telling you it's going lower. The thing told you it was going lower. That was a big lie. No, and people are earning more money. That was another lie out of his mouth, at its mouth. Okay, lovely. People can't make it here. You understand? And this is by design. We're going, again, since day one, more than 10 years, I've been telling you we're going back to a new feudal system, a neo-feudal system with overlords. I mean, that's really what this is. But no outcry, no revolution, no revolt. You and I, we are the resistance. People, just knowledge is power. And we are a threat to these people because of, I think, honestly, because of our perspective, our understanding on what's going on here. You get it? Exactly. How dare they? Anyway, thank you. Did you like the Stansberry research interview here? Check that out. I think I got a little bent out of shape. She kind of, look, this stuff gets to me. You guys and you girls know this more than anybody else here. It's just, I start to sweat, start getting all worked up about this. Illustrious leader. Yeah, he's pretty illustrious. He kind of glows, doesn't he? Yeah, it's just freaking lovely. Anyway, that's pretty much where we stand, people. That's all what I wanted to talk about. But before I end this whole thing, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I look for, once in a blue moon, I forget to do this, and it bothers me. But I didn't forget today. You ready? I want to bring it in. I want us all to do this together. You ready? Love each other, care about each other, and be charitable. We got each other's backs, and that means we can't lose. Let them do what they want to. Okay, we can't lose. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Danielle is lovely. Yes, she is very lovely. You're all lovely. You're all beautiful. I can smell racing fuel very soon. Just before I let you go, real quick, I want to just update you. Probably, I don't know the exact date yet. In a week and maybe a week and a half, I am relocating. You're not going to see this anymore. I am moving to Bradenton, Florida. I'm driving across country here. I bought a new truck. I bought a diesel Dodge Ram, monstrous freaking thing. I'm just trying to get used to the damn thing. I want to drive that across country. Anyway, so with that, we will definitely get into some heavy duty drag racing. I got 2 drag cars, you know that. I got a 69 Camaro, I got a 68 Barracuda. I will post some stuff about all that. Do driving videos. Yeah, I'll post some. A lot of people didn't like that when I was posting. You remember I was posting some drag racing stuff? Oh, Greg, why are you posting this stuff? We don't like to see it. I can't please everybody. You know what I mean? But I feel like we're a family. I really, really do. So I like to share things with all of you. And if you guys and girls want to see some drag racing videos, I'm going to post them. You just got to let me know what you want. Whatever you want to see. Magic Mika wants to see some drag racing. All right. So you know what, Magic Mika, you're going to see it. So when I get out to Bradenton over there, I'm going to be doing some hardcore racing over there. Several tracks in Florida. So I plan to visit them all. All right, people, that's where we're at. All right. Remember what I said. Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. I will see all of you Sunday for my Markets to Look Ahead. It's going to be freaking lovely and fantastic. Not a drag queen race. I can understand Obamacare, why you'd want to see that, but I don't go that way. Okay, I don't go that way. Some people might go that way. I don't go that way. All right, but that's it. I'll see you. Yeah, I know. I'll see all of you Sunday, as I said. All right. Be safe. Be careful. Love you all a lot. I mean that from the heart. I'm out of here.